Hey, let's go ahead and call a meeting to order. It's 7:01. Let's take roll. Lynn,
Here.
Sonia, Jim,
Here.
John,
Here.
Richard,
Here.
Amarta, here, Emily, here, Kim, here, Jessica, here. Jen is absent. Joseph,
Here.
and Valerie is also absent. Okay, so we do have a quorum. Okay, well, welcome to a quiet meeting tonight. We have two lovely guests. Um, and we do have a lot to get done tonight. I don't see the city folks here, so I'm getting a little nervous about that, but maybe they'll just be a little late, or maybe they know we do, opening stuff first. So okay. Adoption of the agenda or agenda changes. Does anybody have any agenda changes they'd like to make? Request? No agenda. Okay. Jim, did you want to add something to the agenda?
I asked not. No, now I don't.
Okay, well, didn't you want to be added?
I did. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did.
Ask.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yes, I'll do it for you. So we'd like to add an item. We'll just put it in the information section to come after we review the annual report. And we'd like to have Jim talk about his plan for note taking. So he is the secretary, but we don't want him to have to take meeting notes every single meeting. So he's gonna talk to you about his plan. So we'd like to add that to the agenda.
This is a very complicated plan.
Yeah, we'd like to add that to the agenda. So we'd like to make a motion. Can I make the motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, so make a motion to add Jim as secretary to the agenda for note taking. Okay, who'd like the second? We'll second. Emily. Okay, and we'll go ahead and vote. Lynn, or Lynn, you don't vote. Sorry, someone's not here. Jim, do you want to vote on your own? Adding yourself.
Yes.
Okay. John.
Yes.
Richard.
Yes.
Okay. Amarta.
Yes.
Emily. Yes. Yes. Kim.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
And Joseph.
Yes.
Okay. Kim, you are officially. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Let's go ahead and open it up to communication from the public on non-agenda items. Go ahead, Becky. You're up first.
Good evening. My name is Becky Rapp, and first I just wanted to start off by thanking you for your love and support towards Laura in her final days. She found so much purpose in serving on this board and numerous other boards in the city. And I know she thought of a lot of you as dear friends. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. Tonight, I just wanted to ask this planning group for support in urging the city to prioritize enforcement against illegal kratom, flavored tobacco sales, and intoxicating hemp products that are happening in our neighborhoods. One neighboring city, Oceanside, is actively enforcing the law. Their police and code enforcement seized more than 6,300 prohibited products during a single operation. And under their municipal code, every violation can be treated as a separate offense. So each day the violation continues can create additional penalties. And businesses are reportedly facing hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines, if not in the millions. Meanwhile, in San Diego, we have smoke shops selling flavored vapes, illegal nicotine products, and kratom extracts, and high potency hemp substances with little to no oversight or enforcement. Our penalties are minimal, and many businesses simply treat them as a cost to doing business. If San Diego has roughly 200 smoke shops and enforcement officers would seize just 100 illegal products from each location, at a penalty of $500 per item, the city could potentially collect $10 million in fines. And that estimate does not even account for repeat violations, daily penalties, or the sheer volume of products many of these stores appear to be selling. At a time when the city is constantly discussing budget shortfalls, cuts to services, and limited resources, why are we ignoring laws already in place that could both protect public health and generate substantial revenue for enforcement and prevention efforts? Please urge council representatives to consider balancing the budget by enforcing laws already in place, protecting public health, and creating revenue that can fund these resources. A smoke shop down the street from my house has a blaring, glowing sign that says Crave Kratom. That is completely illegal. And so I would just bring to your attention, when you drive by smoke shops, notice the signs in the windows, because the majority of them are illegal and they are going, the city is basically giving them a blind eye. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky. Anyone else would like to make a yes?
Hi everyone, I'm an intern for Groundwork San Diego. I'm Natalie. I've spoken about EV a few times, so I brought flyers again. But this summer, Groundwork is going to be hosting a free summer camp for kids. It's going to be at Choya Cimino Elementary. I brought flyers in Spanish and English if anyone wants to take some and give them out to anyone you know. I also brought cilantro seeds if anyone wants to take them home to their garden and whatnot. So yeah, if anyone has any questions.
Well, yeah. Okay, Kiana, would you like to go next?
I'm Jan Hinsman. Hello again. I'm here off and on. I'm talking about the College Rolando Library. And I've got sad news tonight. We recently learned that the property next door went up for sale and was sold. And the new owner is the Dinnerstein Companies, who are a development company specializing in multifamily housing. They have projects already constructed in San Diego, and they're moving very fast. In fact, so fast that the first phase of their activity is due to start next Monday. And we have an appointment to speak with the Dinnerstein people later this week. But we really know nothing at this point about what they're actually going to build. They bought the property with a permitted project from the city, which is a 5-story project, residential project with 300,000 square feet and over 500 beds in their project, which is called a hotel apartment. But we're not sure, are they going to build that very project or they're going to make changes? And what is their schedule beyond this week when they're going to do a sewer project behind the library on city property? That will require that the city close off its driveway from Montezuma, the back driveway, and the parking that's associated with that to allow that sewer project to happen, which we are learned from the city will take 2 weeks. So I don't know how good the city and the developer's word is, but that's what we're told, that that will be closed for 2 weeks. That driveway often is part of the through back route for residents in the area to come in on Mohawk, come through the library and get out on Montezuma to avoid traffic. So that's going to interrupt that community practice. And we're concerned because when you come in, if you're driving that back route, you come in from Mohawk and you won't know that it's closed at the other end. And so then you'll have to turn around and come out. And so that we consider a danger for the patrons of the library. Following the only other information we have is that Dinnerstein has told the city in a pre-construction meeting that probably the middle of July of this summer, they will close off, they will put up their construction fence, which will close off the Montezuma entrance. So the main entrance to the library will be closed off, and then we will remain so for their 2 years of expected construction. Now, from experience, I know that project may take 2 years to actually build, but it may take 5 years to do it because there may be gaps in between because of city issues or whatever, change in plans. So yes, I'm happy to take answer question.
I thought the city owns the entrance to,
They do not,
from Montezuma, they don't own that either?
no.
So they don't own any of the
They
park.
never have. They built that driveway and they built all the parking that's on the next to that behind the library, and all the rest of the parking city built when they built the library in 2005, but they don't own the driveway area, the associated parking from Montezuma. They don't own all the parking that's inside that you can see on the private property. They bought it with the intent of purchasing that property when the church, who was the owner at the time, if they wish to sell. So when the opportunity came up to buy the property, the city did not do it, despite the agitation of the library and surrounding residents. And so when they gave up their first right of purchase, which they had obtained by refusing to buy it, then they lost all control of that driveway. So the fence is going to go up, right next to absolutely next to the library, blocking off all of that. And when the project is finished, there is a joint use agreement in effect, which will allow the city to use the 25 parking spaces along that driveway and to use the driveway. But those 25 spaces in the current plan that the city approved were the only surface spaces on the private lot. Only 25 spaces for 500 bedrooms. They have 160, they had 160 spaces interior for the 500 bedrooms, but if you are familiar with the area, there's no parking on streets around there because of the topography and the no parking limitations on Montezuma Road. And so we're in for some difficult times, but the friends at the library are planning to take a very active role to try and minimize the negative effects. And until we know what Dinnerstein is planning specifically, we don't know more. But we'll be in there fighting for you.
Okay, thank you. I have to cut your time now.
Yeah,
But if you have information that you want to share with the group, we could add you to the agenda when you're ready, or
and we may come by asking for help, but we don't know what.
so if you want to kind of make a presentation or something like that, just let us know. Okay. I'm sorry. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What is your name? Rosa. You're okay. Wonderful. We'll be here from you today. Okay. Any other non-agenda comments from the public? Oh, yes, John.
I'd like to speak as a member of the public tonight.
Okay.
And I don't know how to really address this, but I want to say as a member of the public that I've noticed that in my capacity as a board member attending these meetings, that we're gradually seeing less and less of our representatives. And I think it's bullshit. And I think it's a message being sent to us about they don't care about our community. And I don't know what we need to do. But I would maybe think that we should send a formal request to, or that the board consider sending a formal request to all our representatives about sending their reps here, because they're not coming anymore. Thank you very much.
John. Okay, Lynn, please.
I did want to say today was the finalization of the budget by the city council, and that is why many representatives are probably not here tonight because I just approved the budget about an hour and a half ago. So
Having a party or something?
no, I think probably some people went home to sleep. That's
Well, John does have a valid point. 'Cause
It's been-
we haven't
it's
seen
been-
anyone.
It's
Month-
been
but
a
it's a
month.
non-agenda public comment, so we should take it up as an agenda item
Yes,
next month.
definitely. Sorry, Lynn, go ahead.
I'm done. I just wanted to say the city did
Oh.
finalize a budget today.
Did you want to, do you want to, mention the fire station press conference that Jen asked us to about, or you want me to do it?
I read the letter. Yeah, I don't have the exact date.
I do.
Okay. I will just say at the city council meeting today that it seemed sort of clear that Henry Foster, Councilman Foster, will support the Fairmont Fire Station when it comes to it. He's looking at Fire Station 51 first, and once that's out of the way, then he would support the Fairmont Fire Station. So that's just a preface to Jen's announcement, which I'll let you do.
Yes, so Jen couldn't be here tonight, but she asked if we could mention to everyone, and I wish we had more people here tonight because this is so there will be a press conference regarding the fire station by community leaders. It's going to be on Tuesday, June 23rd at either 1 or 2 o'clock. So I say be there at 1 and bring some lunch. It's going to be at 47th Street and Fairmont Avenue. And again, it's community leaders. And then we need, they're asking for residents, especially of District 4, to just be there at the conference in support of the fact that the community opposes the fire station in that particular location because of the destruction of the Choyas Creek watershed habitat, and because there was little transparency in deciding where the fire station would go. The city or whoever didn't look at other locations. They just decided it should go there at a cost of $28 million. And so having a press conference. So if anyone can make it and be there as a support for Webster, that would be great.
I'm a little confused. Who's organizing the press conference?
Community leaders. So it's probably, the community councils, the friends of.
So they're trying to gather support.
They're trying to gather support.
So you're encouraging people to show up.
Yeah,
in
they
opposition.
are asking,
All right.
yes, the community members who are opposed to the fire station in that specific location because of the environmental issues.
Is groundwork organizing
know.
that?
Sierra Club is
They work at the what?
I believe
lawyers
maybe the Sierra
Sierra Club is
might be-
organizing it, but they're working with other people.
Groundwork has
Okay.
been involved.
They're not involved.
They have been involved.
They have it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Where is the location?
It is
47th.
47th Street and Fairmont Avenue.
Right before the bridge that goes over to Ice Creek.
Okay, and that 3 minutes is up, so. All right, well, let's see. We have absolutely no representatives here. Just double checking online and I'm looking around and I see nobody, so we could skip that whole section. All right. Okay, we do have an information item, and Rosa Elena, yes, is going to be presenting on the city provided residential solid waste program, waste management services program updates. So big topic for all of us.
Thank you very much.
And you did send your presentation. but we're short a laptop tonight. So Lynn, what should I do? Or can you do it?
Does
Or
does
how-
Sonia have it? Or,
It's not here.
Was it emailed to me?
Oh, you are here. Oh, you are. Yes, it was. I copied
Okay.
you on.
Okay, and this is the one from previous. Hold on, give me a moment.
Oh,
Let me grab it.
Rosa has a USB.
Oh, okay.
It's just that I don't know if I can do it on my.
Yeah, you can do it on yours. And then share your screen.
Okay.
But
Let's
let me
try.
see if I can find it on the email. I remember seeing it. Hold on a moment.
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, it was updated last week, Sonia. So
Yeah.
you should have seen it last week, I think.
It's not on. You gotta turn the switch on.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen now. And let me know when you can see the screen.
Okay. Let me just tell you that I'm getting a battery low message, except, oh, maybe it's this.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the
Sonia?
presentation.
Sonia,
Uh-huh.
you hear me? Okay,
Yes, I
I'm
can hear you.
getting a battery low, but I've got my laptop plugged in. So let me just give me a second because I don't want to cut off.
Right.
Yeah.
Make sure the power strip is powered on.
Yep, it's powered on and it's plugged in.
It was
Oh,
charging a second ago,
oh, okay, now
but
it's
now it's not.
unplugged.
Did you guys
That's my,
unplug something?
that's. Hold on.
Yep, good.
Okay, it's charging. All right, okay, good to go. Okay, thank you. Would you like me to? Oh, actually, you know what? That corner is a good, yes, thank you. That way we'll get you on camera too. Wonderful.
Perfect, thank you. Good evening, and thank you very much for the invitation to come and present to you this evening. My name is Rosa Elena Enriquez. I am a Community Development Specialist with the City of San Diego's Environmental Services Department, and I'm here to present, as our chair mentioned, that we are going to go over the update on the waste management services. And if we can move to the next slide, please. Thank you. Back in 2022, the Measure B was approved by the majority of voters, and it allowed the city to implement a charge for its collection services. Out of the 530,000 approximately households in the city, about 225,000 are eligible for the city services. Before, the general fund was used to support the delivery of the services. And now with the implementation of the fee, which was approved back in June of last year, now there's less dependency on the general fund. And it was meant to be zero dependency on the general fund. And now it will be less dependency on the general fund. So if we can move to the next slide, please. So what took place as soon as the fee was adopted last year? So we continued with collection, trash collection, biweekly collection of the recycling services. And then as far as what was implemented, what was new from our end, we implemented a portal, a customer services portal. We started the rollout of new containers. We also implemented the financial assistance program, and then the container fee that was being charged for delivery, replacement, or updates was removed. As far as what's coming up in 2027, July 1st, 2027, the revised fees for fiscal year 28 and 29 will be in effect. Next slide, please. A big highlight of this implementation process is the financial assistance program. We have been out and about trying to get the word out as far as what is available. We have funding for up to 7,000 applications. We have received approximately 4,000 overall applications, and they are being reviewed and approved as we speak. Who qualifies? People who own a property and receive the city services, and also meet the guidelines of being, as far as the income, being within the 60% or less of the median income of the state of California, and then also can either be receiving not services, but benefits from these programs. So LIPI, medical, SDG&E, which was just recently included on Monday, as far as the SDG cares eligibility and others. So MAC is a well-known community organization that has been in existence since the 70s, and they have been helping the community. They have been very involved with the community, so they know about these type of programs, these type of management programs. So you can visit MAC's website for more information, and actually the application, you will find it there. So the city and MAC have partnered, and MAC is the administrator. Next slide, please. As far as applying for financial assistance, the application is online. So if you know someone, please let them know that we're still receiving applications. And once you gather the documents, you visit the MAC website for assistance. And one benefit also is that if there are residents that have difficulty accessing or do not have internet or the capacity to log in for more information to apply for the financial assistance, they can go to the clinics, the in-person clinics that are scheduled on their website, or you can also find information in our website, sandiego.gov/trash, for more information. The dates are there, and we're still having those in-person clinics. Different languages are offered, so there's no concern of not being able to apply. So we are trying our best to get the word out and reach out to the residents. As far as the, let's see, some of the 2027 fee, this is a little bit credit towards the fiscal year 2027 fee. We're still, since we're accepting the applications, that's what will happen. We will give the residents a credit towards their fee when the tax roll billing comes out, is issued. Next slide, please. As far as the container rollout process, we have almost reached out the 99.9% on the gray containers. And as far as the blue rollout, we started in April, so we're moving forward with the rollout of those containers. So the numbers that you see there, the graphs, reflect the number of containers, not the number of customers, but the containers delivered to date. So the blue containers for April and March, they're the ones that have been delivered, and then we estimate the light blue is the estimated number. Next slide, please.
Sonia's slide first.
I apologize for that.
That's okay.
So
I
why
stand confused.
is the city replacing the containers? It's a very strong question. It's a good question. And what happens is that the containers had already exceeded their service life of 20 years. So we want to make sure that we provide the services only to the customers that belong to the city of San Diego. And it was agreed that it was best to replace them so that we could easily identify, provide new containers And we will be able to track them because they have RFID capacity. So that's why we wanted to make sure. And as far as recycling, be assured that the city is recycling all the containers that are being picked up. Your all containers are being recycled and they will be turned into other products. Next slide, please. The highlight there, as far as the July 1st, 2026, that's when the city of San Diego will no longer collect trash from the black containers. So we request that you please put them outside on the curb so that when the collection services come through, they're picked up and they're taken away. So as far as the blue containers, also, you may have additional containers that are non-city property. Those you can keep, but they're not going to be collected. So as far as city property, it just has to be put out on the curb and it will be picked up. If by any chance you left it out and it wasn't picked up, feel free to give us a call because we're here to assist. So please feel free to call us or get it done ticket on that, and we will respond to it. Next slide, please. As far as the recycling the blue bins, the new light blue bins, you will be getting a notice when it's your turn. You will be getting a notification letting you know the date that has been scheduled for your delivery, and also with instructions, additional instructions. You can also go into sandiego.gov/trash to find out when is your date. If you are trying to figure out, okay, when do you estimate having my delivery? We have that information, so you can also look there. Next slide, please. As far as overflowing containers, if you have that happening, if you see that happening, and it may be that you may need more containers or larger containers. So that's our recommendation, a consideration when you see that it may be a need of checking and upgrading on the portal. And just a question, by a show of hands, who has opened an account with at the portal, the waste portal? Do you have a portal account? Thank you very much. Good. Thank you. And if you don't have one yet, we're going to talk a little bit about that situation in the future slides.
Is it okay if I ask you a question now, or would you rather wait till?
Could we wait till then?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And for example, we will see in the portal, as far as the sizes, they come in 35, 65, and 95 gallon bins. So again, if you are not able to get the right size, feel free to call the customer services team, and we're here to assist. Next slide, please. That's just a portion of the waste management regulations where the city is required to provide the collection services. And then as a property owner, you are required to have one bin of each category, green, blue, and gray. Next slide, please. Here we go, the portal. So as far as the portal, the benefits of having an account is that you will be able to select the number and the sizes of your containers. You can designate a secondary user to make decisions on your behalf if you're not able to make any changes. And also you will be able to see your history, the history of your service, and all you can find over in sandiego.gov/trash or directly in the portal. When you go there, you will find one of the tiles that will take you to the portal direct. Next slide, please. As far as ineligible customers, we are working on transferring everyone who is ineligible out of the city service. And this information is as of April. So we are very, very close now to getting everybody transitioned out to the private haulers. So at this point, we see that this process will be ongoing because as properties update their ADUs and maybe they had a fourth one, but then they decided to add another unit. That property, once it becomes 5 units or more in a single lot, they will be deemed ineligible. So that the county is going to provide that information and we will, in return, communicate with the property to let them know that they're no longer eligible for service. So that is that on the slide. Please, next slide. Thank you. As far as the resources, you have the QR for our webpage, the Environmental Services Department webpage. You can check the portal, Clean Green SD. If you're interested in finding out how did this whole Measure B process take place, how did it take place, you can also find information on cleangreensd.org. That's where we keep the historical information. And then next slide, please. We're here for you. So contact us. You can call us to our customer service number. And then you can also call the MAC project. You can call MAC directly if you want to. If you have any questions or if you need assistance, they will be able to provide you more information and help you out. Next slide, please. This is it. This is all I have, and I'll open it for questions. Thank you.
Wonderful. I think I'll ask the question first. I was curious about the overflowing trash can
Yeah.
because there's a lot of those.
Mhm.
So if somebody's got overflow trash can or recycling, and they do it consistently, like, is that okay? That the trash is going to get picked up like always? Or will it be noted and be like, hey, you should get another trash can?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you for that question. It's an issue, and right now, because of the transition, we are keeping an eye on that.
Yeah.
And our drivers are paying attention. They're seeing who's constantly committing this
Overflow
this issue.
situation.
Yes.
Overflow situation.
So, and they're taking note, and
Yeah.
eventually what is going to happen is that a citation will potentially be issued.
I mean,
So that's, sorry to interrupt, but
No, no.
that's why we're going to the community. We're going
Yeah.
to do these announcements to let people know. It you may want to reconsider the size and the number of containers.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's something we can share with
Please,
our communities
that
as
helps us
well.
out. Yes.
And
yes,
neighbors.
immensely.
I mean, my only issue with the overflow, because I'm only one person, so I hardly even put my trash can out for collection because I don't have trash.
Yes.
Maybe like once a month.
You think?
I just don't, one person luckily doesn't make that much trash. But anyway, I just noticed it just makes a mess because when it's overflowing and, they pick it up, I mean, it just falls all over the place and
Yes.
then it stays there until I pick it up.
Yeah, and something that I
Which
would
is why we
also,
do all the trash pickups.
yeah, I know, and
You have a
something
lot
that
of
I would
neighbors
also
that have
recommend.
overflow.
Yes, I have a lot of, lots of people living in
Okay.
one house.
Something that I would like to recommend also is that if you have a chance to place a ticket on Get It Done, please do it because it's tracked. We keep track of that. It's submitted to the department and we get to know eventually the addresses that we need to pay attention.
Will recycling pick
Okay.
up?
The gentleman right behind you.
Oh, okay. On that point,
Yes.
instead of us going in to get it done,
Yeah.
the drivers can note which places they go to every week,
Mhm.
and the trash is overflowing, take pictures, and make an internal referral to code enforcement. Instead of pushing it out to the public, because a lot of jurisdictions do that. They make internal referral to their other departments. And my experience with City of San Diego is they tend to rely a little bit too much on Get It Done, where it just becomes a numbers game.
Thank you. And thank you for that feedback. And that's why also I was sharing that the drivers are keeping an eye on the addresses that show this pattern. So that eventually this could potentially become a citation.
The drivers are in one department, but they have to communicate with another department. And that's an internal business process. That's what I'm asking.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Jim?
Will
Emily, sorry.
recycling pickup ever increase to every week?
Once again, I'm so sorry.
Will the recycling pickup ever increase to every single week?
No. Due to the reduction of the fee, the weekly recycling and bulky item pickup is no longer part of the pack.
That's,
At least at this
that's
point.
Yeah,
disappointing.
okay.
Yeah, the bulky pickup, that was something a lot of us were looking forward to.
They want you to get 2 containers.
Well, we didn't have to pay for the.
No.
Well, I mean,
Yes, you do.
Recycle.
If you want extra, you have to pay for it
No.
yeah.
because they don't pick it up often.
Either that or.
I have 3 people in my house and our recycle bin is always full.
My recycle bin is always full. It just crashes rarely.
So then do we
But
just
no,
put it in your trash?
Yeah,
But
no.
that is okay.
Okay, are there any other questions for Rosa?
Yeah, I got stuff.
Yeah.
A number of things. Now, wait, the rollback that they went through the other day, so that's gonna roll back fees about half, I guess, somewhere along that, most people. Is that correct? The way I understood it.
If you visit the portal, more information is going to be posted
Right,
there
right,
with
but
the
I
new
mean,
table.
just in general, in ballpark, it was about half, right?
It is going to be a reduced fee. It's not half. No,
It's not half, okay.
No.
But
Now,
it's reduced.
your financial assistance, I didn't quite understand. There's a cap on the number of people that can get that? Is that what you said?
The city council approved a $3 million budget, and that is to sustain the applicants. So
So they have just a budget amount, not the number of residents that can afford that they can use that.
there's a certain amount, and we estimate about 7,000 residents receiving the help. Yeah. So that's why we're inviting people, if you can pass the word so that we can keep assisting, we can keep providing the help. Yeah.
Boy, changes can be really painful, can it? Eventually this will all become normal for us and, we'll be worried about something else. Are there any other questions for Rosa? Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Really
much.
Appreciate it.
Have a
Thank you
good
so
day.
much.
Thank you.
Right, okay. I see Anissa from District 9, Sean Elo Rivera's office. Anissa, do you have an update for us?
Yes, hi. I'm so sorry I came in a little bit later than expected. It was a long budget conversation today. I did have an update. Just wanted to update the community about what the transportation department has conducted proactive pothole patching in our district this last week. So the repair crews have fixed 77 potholes with much of their work focused along Loma Alta Drive, Winona Ave, and Orange Avenue, which just we have photos of before and after if you all are interested. But this proactive work is triggered with the city's overall pothole backlog drops below 100 outstanding requests. So crews were sent to neighborhood and histories of reporting issues to get it done. So we were able to fill those in districts 4, 8, and 9. So which is good with the pothole backlog below 100 right now. Crews will be working within District 8 next week. Just wanted to update you all on that. And I know with the University Bikeway project, we're expected to see more work being done this week. We spoke to Sandag about we haven't seen a lot of active work being done, so hopefully it should pick up soon. I know it's been a long process. And other than that, just I know we have a cleanup with Redwood Village and Rolando Park this weekend and University Ave, so I'm excited for that as well. And then our dumpster day coming in November. Just working on those projects. Most of the updates I have yet so far right now, because I know with the whole budget talk, it's been very a lot. But if there's any questions you all have for me, I'm here as well.
Thanks, Anissa. Does anybody have any questions for Anissa? Kim?
The potholes. So she mentioned, you mentioned a log, but then how does it, do you get those reports from Get It Done, or how do we report to potholes? Or
Yeah, so the pot work that's being done it's from the history of like underreporting issues via they get it down to they had, and they'd worked in District 9 this week, and we're able to get
Anissa?
77 polls. Sorry. Hello?
Yeah, you're coming in and out a little bit.
Sorry. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you better.
Thank you. Yeah, they were all of those potholes were under reporting issues via Get It Done. So they're able to use Get It Done to search and fill in those potholes. We're able to get 77 fixed potholes done in District 9 specifically, and also within District 4, 8, and 9. They're going to be working on District 8 next week, but it's just like potholes that have backlog within Get It Done. I'm not sure. They worked on the streets, like I said, Loma Alta Drive, Winona Ave, and Orange Avenue, which had more of a lot of potholes within those areas within District 9. But this is the update that we got from the Transportation Department this week.
Yeah, potholes Get It Done. Actually, it works pretty well. Yeah, because I've done it a few times myself and it's done pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jim. Sorry.
Yeah, oh, really? Is that how it works? You just actually put a note, get it done request in, and they go out and look at it, and they must have to schedule to do potholes. I mean, it's not like some just picking up a random couch or something.
No.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, you could definitely put in a Get It Done for a pothole, but I know there's been such a backlog. And then I know within like Orange Ave and folks like those, that's kind of like their streets are filled with a bunch of potholes, so they're able to get those done paved quickly. I know the Transportation Department working to work on that. But from my understanding is that if you do see a pothole, you could definitely for sure Get it done, and they could see if they could work on that, or like if they could send a team out there too. Especially if it's something that's really like in a street that really needs it done soon.
Well, how long is the response time? Do you have an idea?
I'm not sure. Yeah, usually, I don't know how long the response time is. Usually it varies, but you could also get in contact with us as well, if like our representatives here to reach out to the Transportation Department. And then if you get a done number. Usually, like for me, whenever a constituent has a question or has filed a Get It Done report, they just provide me those Get It Done incident reports. I then look it up and then able to reach out to those correct departments and just get an estimate on time and whether or not how, like, just to speed up the process a little bit, if that is easier for you all as well.
Just as an anecdotal experience on my part, the best part of Get It Done is the pothole stuff. We're pretty active Get It Done users, and we do a lot of, photos of graffiti, of abandoned cars, those kind of things. But potholes generally tend to be fixed within a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other stuff could take months, but the potholes are actually, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and the thing I wanted to mention, because I had talked to Roberto. Sorry. I had talked to Roberto about a pothole on University Avenue. It was really big, but there's a lot of traffic. And you have to post a photo. And I was like, Roberto, I'm not going to kill myself to get the picture. So, he recommended, if you can't get the picture because you don't want to, put yourself in a dangerous situation, but maybe you could find something that looks like that pothole and use that as, no, for real.
A virtual pothole.
Because it's not really worth getting, hit by a car. But then again, you need the pothole.
I don't know if you've noticed that Danielle. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Danielle has her hand up.
Yeah, I did see Danielle raise her hand. But I was gonna go off of what Bettina said. Usually, sometimes, yeah, you could send us a location or just send us a pin of a location of where, for example, illegal dumping or a pothole, or our team or myself included would just go out and see it for ourselves, take a photo, and then submit it as that as well. I know that's something that I've seen done as well.
Great, thanks, Anissa. Okay, Danielle, you have a question?
Yes, thanks, Bettina. I have two. First is anyone else online experiencing an echo? It's really
No,
bad in the last 5 minutes.
no, I haven't.
Okay, must be mine. So my question to Anissa is, can you please stay towards the end of the meeting to listen to my Parks and Rec report? Hopefully you can stay a few
Yeah,
minutes.
I could stay afterwards. Yeah.
Not afterwards, but
Oh, that
during
no,
the
yeah,
part.
during the presentation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions for Anissa?
Yeah. Um, I
Anissa, do you
don't
have
know.
anything else?
Yeah, I wanted to say, yeah, exciting projects that I'm looking forward to work with the Redwood Village Community Council as well as Rolando Park. Working with Rolando Elementary to possibly get a mural out before school starts, just to work with the students and provide a mural just to represent the community and everything that's going out there, especially with Kane right there. And then also working with Redwood Village, possibly to work on a pocket park, 60th and University Ave. That is being in discussion. Jennifer, I've reached out to EDD, just finding the right correct department to reach out to. They're kind of like, we're working on it right now where they're just passing. We're trying to find the information and the correct parcel and everything like that. So I'm excited to work on that and the murals and everything that has to do with those projects. So I just wanted to say that as well.
Yeah, that's a dream. The pocket park is a dream. But without dreams, got nothing, right? Uh, anyone else have a question? Anissa, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, especially after a long, I'm sure, a stressful day for you there.
No, it's okay. And then, Lynn, I forgot to mention as well, we got in contact with the Storefront Improvement Project, and they're contacting Harry from Party Liquor soon to work on his like the application process. And they did show me an example of Dodo's coffee that they's planning on updating pretty soon. Dodo's been working with them, so I'm pretty sure he's pretty excited. I've informed him, so that is coming up as.
And this is still for the murals.
Yeah, for the mural and storefront improvement just for him. And then he's working on a mural for Rolando Park.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of those. Cool. It's really great. Okay, thank you so much. And Mr. Bruce snuck in. Would you like to do your update now?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Greetings, everyone. Bruce Williams, representing Councilmember Henry Foster. Good to see you tonight. A couple of things I want to share. I won't be long, I promise. The budget is going on. It may be over by now, but I called in the office to see if there were any updates, and I didn't hear anything back. So I think maybe my colleague might come with some information in a little bit. But I wanted to share that last week, the council member opened up or cut the ribbon on the new updated version of the Dr. Martin Luther King swimming pool over on Skyline Drive. If you haven't been there, it's really nice. And they updated it. It hadn't been updated since the 1960s. Right? So I want to encourage folks to go and check it out. Take the youngsters over there. It's a really nice pool. And we want to encourage people to use it because we got some money from the senator from Sacramento, and she gave almost $800,000 to will look as good as it looks. It's got lockers in there and everything. So I want to encourage folks to do that. Also, the Encanto There's an Encanto Music Festival coming up on July the 12th, and it's going to be on a Sunday. And one of the things we want to encourage folks, if you need to get the word out about your planning group, about your community group, it's a good time to go over and set something up. You take a tent or something and tables and set up, and because this Encanto block party is going to draw lots of people from lots of areas, and so that might be a place to get some more members. And also, I do have, and this is the last thing, coming up on June the 13th is the Juneteenth at Choice Lake Park, and this is the one that's sort of like the District 4 Juneteenth event. When I encourage people to go out and participate on June the 13th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 6050 College Grove Drive. And I'm going to pass out some of these flyers here so you guys can tell your friends about it, or you can do it at the put the information at the coffee shop. Like
Oh, yeah.
And right. That's all I have so far. There's anything else, I'm happy to try to answer the question.
Could I ask a controversial?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna put you on, not you, I'm not gonna put you personally on the spot.
Okay.
But it's our understanding that council member Foster has decided to support the fire station at the Choice Creek.
No,
Is that incorrect?
that is incorrect.
That is
The council
incorrect.
member, yes, there was something where funding would go toward the new or the fire station, but the council member wants all money that's going to go to a fire station in our district to go to the fire station in Skyline. That place has been a tent for quite some time. So it is his belief that if money for a fire station is going to go anywhere, it should go to the one on Skyline Drive. Right across
So
the street from
he
the
is
station.
not supporting the fire station in the Choice. What's the?
Paramount on Paramount.
Yeah, he's not.
He's still in opposition.
But still in opposition.
When Skyline's taken care of, then he's fine.
No, I've not heard him say that.
That's what he told me when we spoke about it.
He did?
He said if Skyline's taken care of, then his concern right now.
Well,
So
it's my understanding that if that fire station is not going to be for District 4, he would be in opposition to. And that fire station is supposed to be for the community that's over in District 9,
right,
not District 4. So we are in opposition to that fire station.
Okay, so who's serving the community then? Who serves the community? What fire stations are serving the community?
The fire station that is right next door to the current library.
Number 26.
The Oak Park.
Yeah.
The Oak Park Library. The Oak Park Library, which is next to the fire station. We need to improve that one. Let's do that.
So you want to improve that one? Is that what you're saying?
No, the one on Skyline.
The one on Skyline has first priority. Say that.
Yeah, we've got lots of hands here.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I say something about that? Is okay.
Lynn had her hand up first.
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Lynn, go ahead, please.
Just going by.
Hey, Lynn.
Is the fire station at Skyline, is that 51?
We can't hear you very well, Lynn.
Yeah, my died. I'm gonna make Sonia the host and reboot.
Okay, yeah, we can really, it's hard to make out what you're saying. I'm sorry. Bye.
she's asking if it's 51. Yes.
Skyline, I believe it's, I can look it up. I'll look it up.
Lynn, are you working on your audio?
No, I'm gonna have to reboot.
You're
Oh,
okay.
no.
You're
Okay, go ahead. You
Sounds a little
sound
better.
better now, so go ahead and let's try.
First, my question was, is the fire station in Skyline, is that 51? Because Councilmember Foster referred to that today at the city council meeting.
Yes, 51. Mhm.
All right. Thank you.
I have my colleague Tiffany here, so.
Okay.
You have any-
Yes,
like to share.
Richard.
Yeah, real quick on the coverage. Fire Station 26 in Oak Park, like Bruce said, it's just right down this. It's a nice drive down 54th Street to get there.
Sorry, I think I know where it is.
My wife and I went to Lincoln High School, and there's a fire station down there. I don't know which one that is. Right when school was letting out, we drove up the street. No, we didn't have
Do
sirens
you
or.
have a question for
Oh,
Bruce
okay,
at all?
no, okay.
Because Bruce
Question?
is still
Okay,
presenting.
I'm sorry. You are Bruce?
If we
Go ahead. No.
Yeah.
The fire station down at, Lincoln High School, that also can cover that area in about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Bruce. Were you done?
Uh,
Announcements? Yes.
yes,
you
I
were.
have. Tiffany,
Okay.
did you have anything you'd like to share? Perhaps the budget?
And please introduce yourself. We have a lot of new members on our board.
Okay, I'll follow through then.
Well, actually, if you could stand there, because then we can't get you on the
For
camera.
that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we
Sorry.
want you on camera.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Tiffany
Thank you.
Harrison, Deputy Chief of Staff for Council District 4, Councilmember Henry Foster. The budget was just passed. Some of the restorations that I want to share was the Child and Youth Success Program Coordinator position was restored. You know, the office won't be there. They also have one position. We also restored arts and culture funding, specifically CPPS funding. So if you all have applied to that before, it's community programs and service funding, which is discretionary funding that council offices can give out. So about 900,000 was restored in that. And another one I want to highlight is Small Business Enhancement Program. That's funding that goes out through the Economic Development Department that helps businesses improve their storefront improvement programs, or they get money through the storefront improvement program to improve their storefronts, as well as other services. So just want to provide those highlights. Some of you may have heard that Council 4, 8, and 9 got full restoration already for parks and libraries. So that happened earlier during the May revise, and we're very happy about that. And also we got additional restorations for arts and culture as well. And the county, which is a Supervisor Montgomery Stepp and Supervisor Terry Lawson Reamer, brought an item in May to provide funding for the arts and also provide $500,000 to the Black Arts and Culture District for a placemaking project to activate a lot. So those are some of the restorations. Again, just happened. I'm sure we'll have like an overview sheet that we can provide to you all later, but just wanted to share some of those updates. And then last, there has been some changes to the trash collection fees as well. That will be effective starting July 1st, 2027. The fees have been reduced and will drop out $16 to $38.75, 95 gallons. And then there's additional drops the other gallons as well. That was the 65 gallon bin and the 95 gallon bin.
And that's the monthly
charge.
that comes
The
out
monthly
of
charge,
property
yes,
tax.
that'll be effective. And also, if you know somebody who wants to apply for the fee assistance program, that's still available. Funds are still there. I encourage folks to get that before the funds are all gone, because once they're gone, they're not gonna sign anybody else up.
Presentation on that in a little bit. So that's kind of first come, first serve. And
It's
when
first
it's
come,
gone,
first serve.
fine.
So please, please tell your neighbors if someone is in need to apply for that, if they need it. Okay,
Right now.
and that concludes my report.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Thanks, Bruce.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get back to our information and action items. And so let's see, our CIP check-in information item. I was really going to kind of rely on Lynn for that, since she's been managing this and organizing everything and working with you all. So maybe we'll see if we can come back to that in a moment if she get her reboot done. Okay, so we'll skip that one for now. And then, of course, the letter of support for Parks and Rec. So this is an action item. You all got the letter. And so does anybody have any questions about this curfew idea? I would like to say that, behind this, so Lynn, Danielle and I sit on the Colina Park CRG, and the curfew is needed for safety in the residents and park users. And the drive behind this was really all about safety, and it was actually our community relations officer that, kind of pointed out if we could put a curfew in, it would really help or calm things down there. Lynn, did you want to say anything about the letter for?
Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes.
I rebooted. It looks like I'm okay. Yeah. The suggestion for the curfew actually came from Officer Cummings. So if you're in the 820 service area, then that's Josh, and he's looking at ways to reduce the use of resources. And also there are complaints daily from residents who live around the rec center in the Colina del Sol area. We're asked because they asked all of the planning groups in this area who would utilize the Colina Rec Center to send a letter of support. The college area has already sent one. City Heights sent one a couple of weeks ago, and they asked us to sign on at the last CRG meeting. So that's what's behind the draft of the letter. Any questions? Any comments?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are there set hours for curfews in parks? There's nothing in the letter about that.
They would make a recommendation. I think we didn't give a specific recommendation for hours. And it's a surprise to me to find out that many parks do not have a curfew. Hence, we have problems in a lot of them, like the Colina. So you really have to go through this process, and it's going to have to go to City Council to approve. So I think the recommendation was the center director at Colina del Sol said the last team finishes there are people still utilizing the park up until 10 o'clock at night. So the suggested curfew would be 10:30 or 11 until 6 o'clock in the morning when the first people are there, to use the tennis courts or pickleball. So it seems like a pretty sort of a no-brainer, but Sonia?
So in general, it's a request to pretty much have the park closed at a certain time.
Correct.
Okay. Just want to make sure I was clear on the curfew scenario. They don't want anybody there. And would that then be able to be enforced by STPD then in that instance if there's a curfew?
Yes.
And they can cite people for being on the premises when the park is closed. We've spent literally the last couple of years looking at alternatives. There's a big chunk at the edge of 52nd Street and Orange right there. Was originally suggested to be a off-leash dog park or a community garden because right now it's being utilized by a group that has nothing better to do but hang out and start fires and cause mischief and trouble. So sadly, that's what it is. There will not be an off-leash dog park there. There's not going to be a community garden there. And they may just have to fence the entire area off to keep people off.
There are so, that neighborhood or the park is just surrounded by multi-unit housing, lots of families, lots of kids. There's a school, I think it's an elementary school, just right across the street. And then there's another school not that far away. So, I mean, listening, if you hear the PD's reports of criminal activity that go on there, like it's shocking, and scary. So, yeah, I just want to throw
So
that. Please.
criminal activity is criminal activity. They can arrest people for that. How is putting a curfew in the park going to reduce, prevent, or save any resources? If it's now illegal to walk your dog in the park at 5:30 in the morning or go for a run because you work the night shift and you get off at 2 a.m.
Right now, they can't cite anyone for being there because there isn't a curfew. So if people are hanging out there at 2 o'clock in the morning, police can't really do anything. They can't be cited for that, because there isn't a curfew. If you establish a curfew there, then they are allowed, they can cite them, or make arrests if they need to, in, whatever the case is. Does it do anyone, the majority of people, any good? The people who do use it on a good basis every day, how does it help them to have problems at night? People, there's vandalism there all the time. There's extra trash that always has to be picked up as a result of these things. But the vandalism's the worst, people, I think just a month ago, ripped down one of the basketball nets in courts. Those things cost money to replace, and that money would be better spent there than having to replace, damaged goods all the time.
So will cops be camped out there waiting to get people?
No.
I mean, how is it actually
We don't
preventing
have enough.
anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you could call, if you called and complained, because one of the things for sure, because I drive by there sometimes, there's a lot of people who hang out and drink, which is cool. I like to drink, I like to hang out, but it goes on until like late at night or early in the morning, and people party, there's music, and I think that's one of the major things that's a problem with, like, you can drink as much as you want, because there really aren't a lot of cops coming by going, you guys, how much you had doing field sobriety test or anything. I think if you called and complained right now, the cops would be like, yeah, we can't do anything. If you call and complain when there's a curfew, now there's a reason to go check, cite people. And that's certainly one of the problems, is late at night and people.
Danielle?
I'll echo what John just said, because this request for the curfew came from numerous multifamily units, lots of residents to the north of Colina Park along Orange Ave, and they've been working for over a year or two with the CRO to find a way to make their quality of life better, because the stories that we've heard at the CRG from these residents really warrants a curfew. The police couldn't do anything for all these years, and they said, please put the curfew in so that these residents can have some better quality of life, especially at the wee hours of the morning. And also, besides the city council, this will go to the Parks and Rec board. So we'll have another public discussion on this, and I will let you know, everyone know when it is on the agenda for Parks and Rec board. Thanks.
So Emily, your concerns are absolutely valid. It's true. What if because I used to get up and exercise at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that was my exercise. But if my routine was to go, jog around the park, then yeah. But the issue here is that the situation is, I would say, dire. It's just constant. There's activity that, dangerous activity that goes on. We're just the idea behind it, like Danielle said, and Lynn, is to give some more, to allow the police to act quicker, respond, and have this curfew thing behind them to say, okay, you can't be here. Because it is a park. And so if somebody wants to go to a park at 2 o'clock in the morning, they can. But the people that are going to the park at 2 o'clock in the morning are causing, we're talking violence. There were a lot of people, I don't know if they were homeless, but they were basically set up like a little village in there. And there was nothing, you couldn't make them leave. The police couldn't make them leave because they didn't have anything to back themselves up. But it's really about the community around there, and they just feel very unsafe, and they have good reason to. When I joined the CRG, I was thinking it was going to be like Choice Lake. I thought Choice Lake, oh yeah, they have trash, and sometimes kids ride their bikes where they're not supposed to go. And I was like, oh, that's so terrible. And then I went to my first meeting at Cleanup Park CRG, and I left. I was probably like all the blood drained out of my face, because I was really just shocked to hear about the things that happened there. And it's made me feel really sad for the residents and the people that use the park. Because there's so many children around there. Anyways, just throw that in. Anyone else have any questions? Yes.
It's more like a comment. I grew up around that park, and it's actually a really great park.
Yeah,
You got
it
the
is.
basketball courts, you got the tennis courts, you got the golf course, you have the swimming pool across the bridge. And I echo with this to have some sort of deterrent. It doesn't obviously prohibit all serious crimes.
Sure.
But if you can have some sort of prohibition to beginning of giving opportunities for just something to start small and then it build to more serious crimes, I'm for this.
Yeah.
Because it really makes it difficult for people who want to use the park to come and enjoy the park, because they're seeing such type of activity in a great city space that is meant for so many different people. They can't use it because they could be scared going there because they know what activities are there. So
Absolutely. Yeah. That's often, the situation.
I mean, that's one of my standard walks is my dog is one of my to walk around that park. So I walk around, not at night. I make a point out of it. But people hang out during the daytime there. That's why I don't really see this as being much of a panacea. There's plenty of people that hang around on that corner, that north part of the park, all day long. So, I mean, I don't know if it's the same people when it gets dark, but there are people that hang out. So I've seen that.
Yeah.
But it is a nice park, and it has a lot of nice aspects to it, and it could be. I do think if you're on the commission, they could do a little better cleanup on that park.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that's yeah, definitely. But anyway, people wouldn't throw their trash around. Yeah. And this is, the curfew is really just, it's a tool to help law enforcement is basically what it is. Because they can, at least according to the CRO, they can spend a whole night shift just at Kalina Park. And they're kind of looking for help too in trying to keep the park safe. And so this is a tool for them to be able to take a little bit more action, I guess. Yeah. Say, Lynn. I mean, at least from what Josh has told us, and I have every faith in what he says because he really cares about the community a lot.
Yeah.
Lucky to have him, so. Okay, well, if there are no more questions or comments, then someone needs to make a motion to either recommend or not recommend submitting this letter of support to the Parks and Rec Department for the curfew. I would like to make a motion.
Motion to just submit the letter and in approval of it.
Okay, so Jim makes a motion to submit the letter, recommend and submit the letter. Is there a second?
I second.
John got there first. Thank you, Sonia.
Just because of your lag. Get faster internet.
Yeah, it's just a little, yeah, he's got faster internet over here. All right, then, let's go ahead and take a vote. Okay, Sonia seconded, so I'll take that as a yes, Sonia. Jim, John,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Amrita,
Yes.
Emily,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Jessica,
Yes.
Joseph.
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. So Lynn, we had skipped the CIP check-in, which I was gonna let you take the reins on that one, even though I put my name there, but really.
Okay.
Would you like to address this item now, please?
Sure. So I'm going to share my screen. Whoops. Well, I'm not. I will talk for a minute. So we did get at the CPC meeting, Marlon, whom some of you might have met at the online training. I can never pronounce Marlon's last name correctly, so I will just call him Marlon. Did say that they would be releasing the CIP Excel files, which they did. And it's actually sort of organized this year. We actually have more time. I'm glad we started early. Some of you already have input. I'm going to leave the surveys open. I would ask if you haven't sent them out to anybody, and I know there's at least 2 communities that have not had any response to the survey, to try and get them out in the next couple of weeks. And then I'll send the results to you by community, so you can take a look at it. So when you come to the meeting, at our July meeting, you'll sort of have some feel for what you think your priorities for your community should be. And then we will take a look at them overall and vote, because we need to submit some for each community. And then we will also take a look at sorry, I'm distracted. At the ones from last year that we submitted as a planning group. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this actually came from Marlon in the meeting, and the reason I'm going to show it to you here is because if you sort of use this criteria, it makes it a little easier to figure out what an infrastructure project is, besides just saying it's, stormwater project, a new library, rec center, things like that. Think of it as a long-term project, and also think of it as something that requires project development and construction. And think of spending big bucks on it, because CIP projects cost a lot of money. So I'm going to, I'll email this out to you after the meeting, but this is a good slide that shows you sort of the process. So where we're at right now is we'll be submitting by mid-July, after our next meeting, our final list to the city. And then they take that time in the fall. They send good ideas, the ones obviously there's a cut process here, and they'll send it to the asset managing department. Let's say you're proposing a park, it's going to go to the Park and Rec department. Stormwater obviously would go to stormwater, like that. So in the fall, then they start using their score system and looking at whether that's a feasible project. And of course, the one thing that comes up almost automatically is, where is the funding going to come from this? Because the real process here now is that the city will not advance projects unless they have funding in place. So this is sort of helps you see this circle here. It says, I love that they say they keep us updated. There's a public report, because the last time we got a public report from the planning department was in 2024, and that was for 2023. So it makes it really a little bit difficult to think about, well, should I just keep posing this again year after year? And I think Alita said last time, well, yeah, you do, because if you want a library, you keep submitting it over and over again. And same for us. 15 years before I joined the planning group asked for a continuous sidewalk from the 94 freeway to the university. And this is 2026. There's a continuous sidewalk for about 20% of University College Avenue now. There's another sidewalk section coming next year, and that'll take us to about 50%. So in my lifetime, I'm probably not going to see that sidewalk completed at the rate the city's going. This is the new input. It looks just like the old input form to me, but we'll find out. And then there are some helpful links here. And that's why I'll send this file out to you, is because there's some information here about past project ideas, things like that you could take a look at, okay? And as always, if you have any questions, there are no bad questions, just send them along. If you don't think something's a CIP project, or you think it is and you don't know, drop it in an email and I probably can help you figure it out, or Bettina, one of us. Been through this quite a few years now, so do have a pretty good idea on what's going to get forwarded to the city. Okay.
You guys have already figured this out, but we're super lucky to have Lynn on this board because she's an amazing resource. She has a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. She's just super smart, and she's always helpful. She's a very giving and wonderful teacher, so take advantage. I know I do. Yes, Joseph.
So, how will the process go next month when we're going to look at everything that's been submitted? We're going to whittle it down to like a prescribed number of projects.
Well, I don't want to be the one to whittle it down, but yeah, when we get to the meeting, we might. So what I'll do is, once the surveys, I close it down, I will send, like the one for Webster, to you and Jen and Jessica. And I'll send the one for Rolando to Emily and Kim. Oak Park will go to Amrita and Richard, like that kind of thing. And you're going to take a look at it. And if it goes anything like the Rolando Park ones do, I will just say it's a good opportunity to educate the community on what is a capital improvement project as well. I usually follow up after this meeting. I do a meeting at the community council, and I step through the ones that we submitted, and then I explain why some of them didn't make the cut. And a lot of times they're just not projects. Someone says, shut down Jolar. That's not a capital improvement project. I know. Last year, someone submitted a really great idea for a sidewalk project. And unfortunately, that sidewalk was in La Mesa because she didn't know the boundaries between Rolando Park and La Mesa. Great project. Had it been in Rolando Park, we might have put it on our list. But, this it happens a lot. And a lot of what I see people submit are really things that can actually just go to traffic engineering. A lot of requests are for things for traffic calming, speed bumps, street repairs, and those things are not capital improvement projects. Almost anything that would actually become one has to go to traffic engineering anyway. Anything to do with traffic calming, the best thing you can do is just fill out a request online and ask for a study, and they will tell you right away. Well, not right away, it's 6 months now, but you will find out before you even try and advance it as a project that it, in all likelihood, if it's warranted, if anything's warranted at all, it can be handled by traffic engineering. It's not going to become a capital improvement project. Speed bumps are not capital improvement projects. Traffic circles sometimes will, but they don't, not too many of those get through right now. Okay.
Our experience, we went
just walked around our neighborhood and saw how many places where the sidewalk just dies and there's just, after that, it's just a curb in the street and dirt and, weeds, and it's impassable really by anybody other than somebody in hiking boots. And so those were the kind of places that we identified and just said, we would like to have a sidewalk from here to here, whatever street, 58th, 55th or something where there is none. And that's just the sort of thing that is a really good project, because nobody's going to have the money to do it themselves, and the city's not just going to show up and do them. So I think a couple of ours are that. A couple are sidewalks.
Yeah. Sidewalks.
And then the other one, we're trying to get, something with this plot of land that's just nothing's happening. We want to try to do something to make a small park out of it. So right now it just collects garbage. It's too small to do anything with, but it would be a great little
Garbage
park.
and weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff. You don't have it going on already, check that out.
Lynn, can you add the Rolando Village survey onto the website? Can you open that up?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, can I open it up? No, I didn't get a response from you. I don't have it.
You don't have. We're not creating our own. I mean, we haven't.
Did you want to put one up based on last year? I sent you an email a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's talk offline. I'll talk to you. I'll email you again after the meeting.
Great. So it is 8:30. We still have a few things left to do. So if there's nothing else on the CIPs, which Lynn's going to send you additional information, etc. Then we'll move on to our next information and action item, which is to recommend, not recommend submission of the EACPC annual report, which you all should have received via email. And Lynn, would you like to also about this, or would you like me to? I mean, you prepared the report, so. Yeah, this is an annual, requirement for our planning committee. The only thing I was curious about is the demographics. Do we really have to? I mean, I understand why they need those, but it's asking for age ranges and ethnicity and all of that stuff, and it just seems like, do we really want to? We really have to ask those questions of our board members?
I think so.
We had to do it a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It was in that training.
Yeah.
It wasn't the training, but I was like, I remember ever even coming up.
Yeah, we did it. We did it a couple of years ago. I remember.
Yeah, I think it came up just before you joined the board, Bettina. Actually, during the reform process, they tried to set a benchmark for what a planning group looked like at that time and the demographics. And then they do want to measure it to see if their reform is making a difference. Are we younger, more diverse?
Well, all that stuff is super important. It's just I didn't recall, ever collecting that information in the first place. So I was wondering how we were going to do that. But I think we have done a pretty good job.
The way we did it before, and I'm not there tonight, so I can't do it, is we filled out each question on a separate sheet of paper, and everyone just threw it in a hat. So age is not tied to anyone. Ethnicity is not tied to anyone. Nothing is tied, not even gender. So you just do one question at a time, throw it in the hat. And then I just collect that and I have a range to submit.
There you go.
I'm seeing now because I didn't think about that. And obviously when I decided not to be there tonight. So we might have to table this until next month so that I can collect the demographics from everybody.
Yeah. Okay. a good
Okay.
idea. It's, yeah, I just, not everybody wants to, and
I know.
not everybody needs to. I mean, it's not, yeah.
Again, it's a totally anonymous thing because nobody's name is tied to anything. You just answer the question and throw it in the ballot box. I don't care. And it doesn't matter. There's nothing that matters. It's all anonymous process.
I have another question on page 2, 4B, B as in
Mhm.
boy. It says, how many members are currently seated? We have 13
No, this is based on last year
last year. Okay, okay.
because it goes from April to March. So we're basing, it's a
April to
report based
March.
on what we did last year.
Some things on here felt current, but yeah, March, because let's see. Okay, so the letter, Paramount Avenue, concepts, okay. The Rolando, oh yeah. Okay, that was a few months ago. Okay, March 10th. My mistake. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions, comments? Did you have a chance to look it over?
Yeah, I will say it's a very tedious process because I have to explain it, or whoever's going to be submitting it, you have to explain it. That's why I included the link if you wanted to take a look at what the portal looks like. So I do try and get this all set up early, ahead of time, get it approved, and then just copy and paste everything in. The killer for me, as always, is they want you to show that you're doing work with outside organizations like Groundwork. And so the first time I did it, I wrote 2 really nice paragraphs about the engagement process they helped us with on StreamView, blah, blah, blah. And then I get into the portal and I have a word length of like 120 words. So it's just like, well, Groundwork helped us this year is what it basically became. So anyway, if someone would make a motion to table this, and I'll bring it back next month, and we'll do that part of it.
I make a motion to table this till next month.
Thanks, Sonia. Second?
Second.
John seconds.
Thanks, John.
Let's take it to table this next month. Okay. Sonia, Jim,
Yes.
John, second. Richard,
Yes.
Amita,
Yeah.
Emily, yes. Kim,
Yes.
Jessica,
Yes.
Joseph.
Yes.
Okay. We'll table that to next month. All right. See you again. Okay. Now, Jim, take it away. But
Okay.
it's 8:39. Got
All right.
20 minutes. I like to finish on time. So we're gonna go into hyperspeed mode here.
Yeah. Well, since I was appointed or elected secretary,
Elected,
elected, okay.
not appointed. We voted for you, Jim.
Okay. Anyway, I guess part of those responsibilities is to complete the minutes of each month. All I really is asking is for some. I'd be willing to do it like every other month. We can get some volunteers to do it on occasion, and I'll work with Tina. Is working with me, and then I'll also work with you. To get it through. Like, who did this last month?
I did.
Yeah, I mean, this was really detailed this month. Yeah, that was great. But we'll work it so we can, with the templates and all that.
Yes.
Anyway, if we can get some volunteers, or like I'll do this month, and I guess I would do then every other month would we be. But this is June. I'll do August,
and October.
August, October, and December.
So
I don't even need
December. We're adjourned.
We're adjourned. Okay, so I'll do January.
So he needs a volunteer for July, September, and November. Any takers? July?
So, yeah, July.
All right. And I'm sorry, I forgot, but you prefer to go by Joe?
Joe, yeah.
Joe, okay.
Okay.
I just see Joseph, so.
Okay, so then we got July.
September.
I'm
writing this down.
I can do
September.
Jessica.
Jessica,
Sorry,
September,
sorry, Jessica.
and then need November, I guess.
November. Ooh,
John will do November.
awesome. See,
All
you
right,
got the
and
year
I'll
done.
do it. I'll do
We'll-
it every other month. And
Yes,
I might.
we'll revisit it in January. We'll make a whole new schedule.
Okay, good enough. All right, I'll write that down.
Cool.
Visit in January.
Good
Okay,
job.
thank you all.
Yes.
I have a question. Who's going to do the corrections if there are any corrections to be done? And who would be giving them? I mean, they can just be emailed to the chair site afterwards, but the minutes are supposed to be posted on the city website in addition to our website. So I need to know who would be doing the corrections, the person who took the minutes or Jim?
Oh, I see. After the meetings. Will we
After
make
the meeting, yeah.
When we review and approve.
Um,
the
I
previous.
guess I'll do it, I guess. I'll be responsible.
You're the guy in charge.
I'll be in charge.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Keep in mind, I was doing this all by myself last year
I could.
until I got my co-chair.
It's. I mean, to do it right,
You don't
it
know,
takes.
you see how happy I am? Do you see how happy I am? Oh, my goodness.
It does take some effort, Sarah.
Yes, I know. I was always late and I was always exasperated, but better. Much better. Teamwork. Okay, let's review any corrections and approve the minutes from last month. So you received those via email as well. So the May 12th meeting. Does anybody have any corrections?
Yeah, this is Lynn. I have a correction.
Yes.
Page 1 under communication from the public on non-agenda items.
Yes.
The last bullet, intern from Groundwork San Diego. Her name is Nayeli Cruz. So if you could, the spelling on that is Naiyali Cruz. So Nayeli Cruz, intern from Groundwork.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's here tonight.
It was here.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that. Thank you. Make it official. Okay, anyone else? Okay, who would like to make a motion to approve the minutes with the change suggested by Lynn?
The motion to approve the minutes with the change suggested.
Okay, Tom makes the motion. Do we have to vote on this? I forgot. Yeah, we do. Yes, okay.
Yes.
Anyone like to second? Yeah, Jessica seconds. All right. Sonia. Did we use Sonia?
Sorry, yes.
Okay. Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yeah.
Richard?
Yes.
Tom made the motion. Emily?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Jessica?
Yes.
And Joe?
Yes.
Okay, that is passed. All right, we are done with our votes. Okay, let's do our updates and let's try to stick to our 2-minute time. El Cerrito, any updates? Okay, if you don't have one.
No.
Oak Park?
We had a groundbreaking for the library, May 15th, had a big turnout. A lot of politicians there, a lot of photo ops. Now I know who likes photo ops in the community. One thing that's coming out now, next stage is naming the library. And a couple of us got together and we said, you know, it's like, we got this from Lynn, just Lynn, your area is just right down the street from the new library. So we said, what we should do is not just put it out for Oak Park, but for Redwood Village, El Cerrito, everybody in the eastern area, Webster, everyone in the eastern area to get to work on your own and if you want to, come up with a name for the new library. I mean, we could keep it as Oak Park. That's fine. And my suggestion would be Oak Park, but then you have different wings that could be named after somebody, dedicated to someone. Some people want to have a famous name for the Oak Park Library. So it's gonna be kind of, a rough one,
Yeah.
but I want to include everyone else who's within, easy driving distance to the library. It's gonna be a nice one.
How would you like people to give that information, or do you want to, I don't know, could we even make it something on our agenda, or?
I don't know. I mean,
How
if
would
each group,
you-
it's up to each group, if they
Okay.
want to come forward and,
Email you, or email, is it
Well-
the Friends of the Library? or
well,
something?
okay, this is what I think is gonna happen. That one group is Friends of the Library. Another group, separate, is Oak Park Community Council. Okay, so maybe Eastern area. That might be enough, that might carry more weight
Oh, so you would
as a
want
group,
us to,
if it's possible.
I see, okay.
So I'm very open to it, and I'm not organizing it, but want to put that out there for
Okay.
everyone who's going to eventually have access to it.
Okay, great. Okay, Redwood Village, John, you want to give an update, or?
Lynn and Jennifer Bennett and I and Allie McCarthy from Groundwork met the other day, I guess it was late last week at corner 60th and University to talk about our sort of first steps in trying to get some momentum towards creating the small pocket park that we were talking about there on that piece of city-owned land. So that was a really cool development, and we talked about funding resources and that kind of thing. I know that Jennifer went to a meeting after that, the next day or something, that was also about the same kind of thing. And that's about it. I think big developments for us this past month.
And I'll add, we're doing a University Avenue cleanup on Saturday, 8 to 10. Show up whenever, but we'll be done by 10. We're meeting at 60th and University, and we're gonna just pick up trash along University Avenue. I like to pick up trash, and there will be donuts. Always donuts. So if you love donuts and you don't mind picking up a little trash, come on by. Okay, Rolando.
Next Tuesday, the 16th, we're having Rolando's 100th birthday party ice cream social at the UDW Hall at 6 p.m. And on the 4th of July, we will be having our annual bike parade starting at the corner of, I think, Salida and Lenore. It might be Valencia and Salida. It goes around the block and kids decorate their bikes, and that's at 10 a.m. on July 4th.
That's a great event. So fun. So fun. Rolando Park.
We had our ice cream social last night. Best turnout we've ever had. We had 90 people. I know. And again, University Avenue cleanup on Saturday. We always call it a come when you can, stay as long as you can, but we leave at 10 o'clock, and we have coordinated trash pickups from here on, so we don't have to deal with the trash. That's it.
We don't have to put the trash bags in our cars anymore.
Nope.
Webster. Webster, nothing from Webster.
Oh, yeah, but we held a community event at the coffee shop I own, just to bring people together, just connect people. We had Rachel Nafis from Salter Farms was there. You were out there. I was in taking orders.
Friends of Webster
Yeah.
had a little raffle, and Rachel had flowers for the kids, and there was representatives from Webster Elementary kind of talking about school, and then
Denise Martinez, the
community
relations officer. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was a great event.
It was a really good turnout.
Okay, Mid-City Plan update, Lynn.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen one more time. Okay, I do have more to say next month, but in the interest of keeping it tight tonight, we won't talk about AB 79 tonight. But this is the tentative schedule for meetings. There's going to be city planning will be here. We're asking them to come in September and present the first draft. And then they'll be doing some focus groups with business improvement districts, blah, and they will be planning an open house here for the Eastern area communities. Again, that'll probably be October, maybe November timeframe. Don't have it worked out. But that one we will be trying to do a lot of community engagement on because we do need our communities to show up and look at what's being proposed by the city. And then they will come back a third time. They say late 2026. I really think it's going to be early 2027 with the final draft, and they'll be looking for us to make a recommendation to accept it as is. So I will just want to say the reason that they're actually giving us more time to provide input is because they were pushed by the CPC chair and an ad hoc committee, which Bettina and I participated in for a couple of months, along with the chair from the Kensington Talmadge Group, the chair for Normal Heights, and some City Heights people to address the issue that this is a first planning community plan update where they've never come to the planning group and asked for our input. They've been relying up to this point on a working group and not really talking to the people. And it's actually in council policy that the planning group, that's one of our mandates, is that we should be reviewing the community plan update for the city. So after meeting with the planning department, that would be Mr. Frost, and the chair of the CPC and the chairs, they backed down and sent this draft out, and they have since backed off. They don't plan to have the working group meet again until after the planning group has reviewed the first draft. So we'll see where we're going. I have more to say again about AB 79. The impact to the eastern area is going to be very minimal. But I have some slides that I'll show next month for that so that we can finish on time.
Good one. Yeah, sometimes if you make enough noise. Parks and Rec, Danielle, thank you for your patience.
Good evening, everyone. I think I figured out my echo problem. So hopefully you can hear me now.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So my first, I have three. So my first ask is of Anissa. That's why I asked if she could possibly stay to my report. Is it possible, Anissa, for you to give us a choice triangle update next month on where we're at with trying to find funds to buy the land under the street that's supposed to be vacated to make this park? So a choice triangle update would be wonderful. And then for everyone, we were almost there, ready to get adding the name of Portia Dawson to the Kalina Rec building. Remember, I think it was last year you gave us a letter of support to do that. And then Mr. Andy Field, our beautiful Parks and Rec director, said, oh, we also need the CD9 support from the council office. So I was working with Roberto and then also actually talked in person to the council member at an event. So what the council office is requesting, one more thing we got to do before we get it to Parks and Rec board. We've already gotten the planning groups and the CRG itself support and the extra letters that came from Star Pal originally. We've gotten like 7 or 8 letters of support now. We just need to meet with 2 more groups. If I'm correctly remembering, it's PANA and a Somalian group that the CD9 would like me or someone, I guess, to present to say why we should put the name of Portia Dawson on the rec building. So I'm hoping, Anissa, to get that done by the end of this month so you and I can connect offline on that one. But I just wanted to give everybody an update as to another delay. So we'll power through it. And then lastly, good news for North Choice. We're going to be having community input on June the 23rd at our usual North Choias CRG meeting, and it will be on the future tot lot that will be down in the canyon, kind of close to where the brand new comfort station is by the big ball field. We should also at that meeting hear updates on the new fields to the west that should be built in this next phase of North Choice, and also where the dog park is going to be moved to. It's not going to be exactly where the GDP says, but just a little north, and how big it's going to be, and also some more ADA accessible ramps and trails and possible bridges and stuff, little details like that to make it more accessible there in North Choice. This big next phase is going to be coming soon, but on June the 23rd, you'll get to give input on how you want the tot lots to look like. So June 23rd, Teen Challenge, smaller room, I would imagine, at 6 p.m. Those are my updates. Thanks.
Thanks, Danielle.
Any questions?
Okay, Glenn, you're up again. CPC May meeting, there's a typo there, or shouldn't be there.
Yeah, just quickly, they did memorialize, pay tribute to Laura Rebo at the meeting. Started the meeting with a tribute, very nice tribute by the CPC chair, who's known Laura for a long time. She's actually was a member for more than 17 years with the CPC. I did put a little video clip on our YouTube channel of that. I clipped it. And so if you look at our playlist for 2026, if you're interested, there's a tribute by Victoria Labruzzo for that. The other thing was that the ad hoc committee, which met to make sure that the mid-city planning groups had a voice in the community plan update, dissolved because the purpose was accomplished, which was to get the planning department to agree to come to the planning groups for the next 6 months or so and review and make a recommendation or not for the community plan update. That's it.
Wonderful. Thanks, Lynn. Okay, we have reached the end of our meeting. Oh, Bruce, yes?
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I forgot to mention that May the 30th in Webster, we had a 7-day cleanup. We cleaned up 6 of those bins, and we had a great time. People helping people.
Oh yeah, those bin cleanups are a blast. A lot of work, but they're fun.
Agreed.
That's awesome. Thanks, Bruce. Okay, it is 8:58. Ended before 9 o'clock. Let's go. And for the good of, what is it? Remind me, Lynn? How do I adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Somebody must second.
Second.
That's the end. Good night.
I'll try seconds. Okay, we're done.
And good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, Sonia.
I hope your day went okay.
Good night, Brandon. Thank you.
Hey, Bruce, you mind if I take the rest of those, the G2 flyers? Okay.
Trying to get this together.
We can't.
Yeah.
We went to a couple of
People always take
amazing shops. They're so cool.
That we reconnected with a couple of people. Because I had people moved on. And so they're trying to get, we're in touch with them, so we're trying to get that going with that.
Yeah, they were so cool.
Yeah.
It was so homegrown. That was really,
Yeah.
it was